Oh yeah.
Free, a little bit better than it used to be, 'cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive.
Good, everybody, welcome back to the grid, and I bring you another Revisits video. And on today's Revisits episode, I bring you Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive was released in 2014 and was developed by Insomniac Games and Blind Squirrel Games and was published by Xbox Game Studios. This game is an action-adventure shooter, and it's also a rail shooter. I would technically call it that because you do spend time on the rails a lot. There's a lot of genres just like crammed into this game. It was a flagship on the Xbox One at the time, and they really pushed in the marketing with all these live-action commercials. I'm not complaining. I felt a bit smothered with it at the time. I actually really enjoyed my first playthrough. I made a lot of memories, really enjoyed it my first go around. Now on the second go around, shit started fucking getting weird for me. Now please, I'm not trying to ruin the game here. I'm not trying to crucify it or anything. I liked this game. It just didn't live up to the hype that I was expecting it the second time around. This is probably the first game I've come back to where I'm just like, eh. But the story of Sunset Overdrive is pretty much bare bones basic as it is. It's the apocalypse and shit's getting crazy. I think this was not the first game to pull this kind of setting off, but the tone seems very original in my opinion. And I love the art style and how much color is in this game. Color is not bad in shooters, people. But before the preposterous apocalypse begins, you find yourself at a dead-end job, picking up garbage at an Overcharge event. Overcharge is somewhat of a knockoff energy drink company that will somehow turn all these people that live in Sunset City into mindless eating monsters. Is this art imitating life, or is it life imitating art? But once the apocalypse, kicks into it, this game does get interesting. You meet a whole bunch of characters. You work with 4 factions along the way. You work with the Oxfords, Troop Bushido, the Fargathians, who are my favorite by the way, and Las Catrinas. This is quite the colorful cast of characters that you'll find in this game, and they'll give you plenty of side quests to keep your ass busy along the way. And with the entire map of Sunset City becoming your playground, with 48 guns and 12 weapons to choose from, there's such a barrel of Miyazaki that you could unleash upon these poor people. There's also other types of enemies. There's Fizco bots, scabs, which are kind of like mercenaries or mercs. I like that this game gives you so much creativity at your disposal of how to kill people, how to approach different situations, how to customize your character. Sky's the limit. It does not hold anything back, and that is something that I think this game does outstandingly well. It lets the player do what the player wants, no matter how the player wants to. But now it is time for us to take this game off its soapbox. The game tends to get repetitive after a while. I start to feel like a postal boy. Go in here, go in there, traverse this, traverse that. And the traversal system isn't bad, it's a bit clunky at times. And sometimes you'll find yourself hurl yourself off of a certain platform, or missing a jump, or not turning the right way. Because if you're too busy shooting at your objective, you're just gonna keep going all along a path without knowing it. So you could completely miss a turn, or rail off and miss your target. And I noticed that when I was playing with the controller, it was like almost like I was breaking my neck just to keep my my character's crosshairs in sight sometimes. I've gotten mean episodes with vertigo in this game. Another thing that I'm not too crazy about is that when you decide to unlock certain perks and abilities, the game gives you the option to complete other side objectives and unlock more. But at the end of the day, the perks that you unlock at certain points of the game become better, if not more useful than the ones that you would unlock on side quests. So essentially you did all that grinding for nothing, and that kind of grinds my gears a little bit. Not only that, it's just that some weapons in the game just don't have the same kick. Like some weapons won't do the proper kickoffs. Some weapons are designed specifically for certain enemies, so some weapons are just useless unless you're constantly fighting that one enemy type. Another thing that the game severely lacks is a soundtrack. And I know that what the game has is not bad, but the same 4 or 5 riffs over and over and over and over again, it gets stale so quickly. This game would be so much better if it had copywritten songs, and I'm pretty sure that would push this game's budget way beyond what it would need it to be. But I think it would make this game like just a lot better. Like seriously, turn on an 80s playlist and play through this game. You'll have a ball. Oh, it's not like the game's like doing this because that's what games do. The game is very self-aware that it's making you do these useless things, and it laughs at you. So, player beware. This game will laugh at you. I mean, I'm not saying that the game is bad. I'm just saying it didn't live up to the way that it used to be. It doesn't hold up anymore. So in conclusion, I give Sunset Overdrive a 7.5 out of 10 with a seal of approval, because there's just so much that went into this game. So much creativity, so much you could do. And I gotta give it for that variety check. I just wish they'd done better on the soundtrack and some of the layouts of the maps of this game. It could have been so much better. This game does deserve a sequel in my opinion, and there was rumors being buzzed about it, but nothing's come up yet. It's been 2014, right? It's been a long time. So, yeah. Yes, I brought another Revisits episode for you guys, but we have more reviews coming. Short, don't worry. That's why I kept this one a little brief, short and sweet, to the point. But there'll be more videos coming. I'm keeping as steady as I can. More projects are in the works as we speak, and I'll keep you guys posted in the meantime. But I'm always on Twitch, so if I'm not putting anything on here, stop by Twitch, you can catch me there. So, until then, my friends, stay sharp.